The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades.
Coronavirus.
COVID-19, coronavirus pandemic.
It comes from China.
We have therefore made the assessment that COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
These are scary times. With the coronavirus death toll rising along with everyone's anxieties, one must stop and think about the effects this is having on our children and young people. With many NHS services expecting a rise in child anxiety during these confusing times and Childline reporting a massive increase in activity, myself, Abdi, and consultant psychiatrists Dr. Rupi Kaila and Dr. Nadia Salim thought of 3 ways you can help reduce your child's anxieties during these times.
So the first thing that you can do is try and maintain a routine that mimics your child's school life. Now what this means is make sure that they're still waking up at the same time that they normally would for school, that they're having the same breaks that they would have for school, and also try and make sure that you're having set classes so you're not just doing the same thing all morning or the same thing all afternoon. Try to dedicate a specific place in your house. Dedicate that space to learning. Try and do the same subjects and the same topics that your child would already be doing if they were in class. But this is the fun thing. You as parents can make this as interesting, as fun as possible. You know your child the best. You know what they like and what they don't like and what they're gonna click with. So what you can do is you can take that same topic and try and make it as fun as possible. Let's say it's something to do with maths or English. This is the time for you to make it as fun as possible for your child. Ultimately, by maintaining a good routine, that is gonna help reduce the anxieties of your child. If you think about in a world where nobody knows what's gonna happen, this is giving your child the opportunity to still maintain the status quo. So by you keeping up with your child's already school routine, that's going to help reduce their anxieties and make them feel better about what's happening on the outside world. Tip number 2, it's normal to feel anxious at the best of times, let alone when there's a whole pandemic going on around the world. During this time, your child might feel really anxious, and it's your job as parents to help provide that reassurance and to alleviate any anxieties that they might have. How do we do this? One tip that you can do is dedicate a time or a space within your household where you can talk about these feelings, talk about any anxieties or any worries that you might have. Model this for your child. If you are the one coming and saying, you know what, I really feel worried about this, what should I do? And collectively as a family talk about how you can manage these anxieties and things that you can do to help reduce them. What this will also do, 1, it will give the reassurance that your child is desperately needing around this time. You're their parents. If they are worried about something, they're going to rely on you to provide that reassurance and tell them that ultimately everything's going to be okay. Now, the second thing that this will do is it will help you address any misconceptions that they might have. You know your child. They might be the type of child that believes everything that they read online. They might think that everyone that gets coronavirus will die. And that could be something that they genuinely believe, and that's the main source of anxiety for them. It will give you that opportunity to sit down with your child and actually talk about how dangerous this coronavirus actually is and help alleviate some of the anxieties that they might have. Tip number 4, and probably my favorite. We've all heard about people having cabin fever, and being cooped up inside all day, every day for the foreseeable future will have a massive effect on everyone's mental health. So one thing that you can do is utilize any outside space that you've already got, whether that's a garden like mine, or whether that's a balcony, even if it's just opening a window just to get some fresh air. Do this daily, because this will ultimately help reduce any mental health difficulties that you might have during this period. And also, especially if you've got a garden, it still allows your children to maintain some sort of normality. So by doing this, it will help reduce their anxieties as well. So what are we trying to say? Yes, this is hard. This is hard for everyone, but there are ways that you can help make this a little bit easier for you and your family. By following the tips that we've just said, hopefully this will help reduce their anxieties and try and make this time as enjoyable as possible. Just want to say a massive thank you for anyone that's watching this video, and hopefully these tips would have helped you and your family. Can you do us a massive favor and click that subscribe button for more content to help you and your family. We've also put some really helpful links in the description below, and also we will answer any questions that you might have in the comment section. So if you've got a question, type it up and hopefully we'll respond to you.